Let's try this again. I can actually see that it's casting my screen. Beforehand it wasn't even casting, so at least now it's working. Alright, cool. Just gotta tidy this up a little bit. Perfect. Wow, that guy got McCree pretty quick. Might start using McCree after this, actually. And my nose is so itchy. At least we got a healer. Huh. Don't know what I feel like doing tonight. I don't know if I want to play some Overwatch or I want to play some pub. Might play some Albion actually. I'm kind of feeling it. Probably get no people watching me, but always fun, something different. My mate just can't stop talking about it, so I gotta stop streaming so late. I look so tired. I gotta start doing a little bit earlier during the day. Especially if I'm getting up as early as I am. Just been adulting. Doing that fun thing. So pretty much every time I stream I have a Red Bull or some type of energy drink. Alright. Oh, I'm still dead. I'm so gonna die. Well, that was fun. We have to get better with that slam. I don't really know how it works. Like, I know obviously it does damage to the ground, but it was like clearly I smashed it on her, so no idea. To find better times to use it, maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. That was some fun. Do we have a behind you? Hello? Oh my god, I can't believe you just missed that grenade. Wow. Please. I can hear something. Oh, what? Oh, that works. Oh my god, please. I don't know who wins. I punched him, but he... Oh, I think he killed me before it went off. Can't believe we held that for so long. It's pretty hilarious. If my main doesn't get back to me, I might just play some Albion. Have some low quality, low level content right there. Hopefully my mate hops on. He'll be able to help me out. That works too. That's why I'm punch her into a wall. Are you serious? I don't know if she heard me. She probably did. Probably shouldn't smash too much of that. Like, I'm not gonna play for ages tonight. I want to be actually awake, so. Can't remember where. I'm pretty sure it comes out here. I have no idea. Oh, it's the other side. Stupid. Wow. Some high level gameplay right now. Oh wow. Did all I could. And plus I wanted to see if I could actually get out of there with the ulti, which I could. I didn't get very far, but... Serious? Alright, I'll play one more. Get myself warmed up. Alrighty. Now all I gotta do is actually wait for a game. Oh, it's 14 seconds and it's already a minute. Not even close to being correct. Alright. Huh. I didn't even know it had these. Wow. Huh. I'll play some McCree. Get my FPS fill for the night. Jesus. Hi. Jesus. Baby, come back. I need some love.
I fucking love your name.
Crab. Yes, let's find out. Alright. Let's see some good shots going on here. Some headshots. Wow. That's cool. I didn't know that was his dance. I didn't even check his dance. That's cool. Die. It's such a cool dance. Mine's not bad though. Oh, those shots are on point. Oh man, there's so much like crumbs on my desk. That's so bad. Jesus. Wow, this is fun. Can't even move up. I guess we don't have a tank, so that probably doesn't really help too much. You say that though. Wow. I cannot move up at all. I'm just sitting there popping shots off at people. No. If I can't get a kill this time, I will swap to a tank, since we can't even move. Play some Zarya. Okay, I don't know how that was in a shot. Okay. Okay, Genji. Is that one of us? I don't even know, to be honest. Well, that was pretty fucking good. I will definitely give her that. Not too bad. That's always how it is in quick play. It's so hilarious. Just be like losing. You win one fight and then you win. Makes no sense, but pretty much how it is in the in competitive as well. But people aren't as horrible. That would have been bad. Whoa. Okay. That was handy. I thought there was more people on the point. That was stupid. Alrighty. I need to fix my radical, or whatever the fuck it's called. Just make it that a little bit smaller. Wow. Oh my god. Please. Oh wow. There's not much I could have done there. So many obstacles not to shoot at. I had a Genji, then I had a Diva. Alright. Not a bad spot. Oh. So, come, oh, really? Just a little bit of health would be nice. There we go. I do really like that. Where's the... This match was actually pretty good. No, I don't do that. I don't play McCree a lot at all. It's kind of why I'm playing him in quick play. Trying to get a little bit better at him. I used to play him a lot on PlayStation before I played PC, but yeah. Trying to get a little bit better. Especially since he's been buffed so many times recently. Just getting used to the recoil on the gun. Let's see if I can get another one. Soldier mostly, but if I'm playing DPS, I usually play Soldier, Tracer if I get the chance to. But Tracer's very situational, if you can say. And then if I'm playing tank, mostly Diva. So in competitive, I usually play Diva. I've got 30 hours on Diva in competitive. I'm pretty sure. I think I'm like 60% win rate, something like that. Where is it? 31. And it's 59%. Gone down a little bit. I don't know who else I think it's, yeah, Soldier's my other one that I play in competitive most of the time. 2 hours, and Zarya. It's usually the other one. Not amazing. But at the same time, I am trying my hardest. Sometimes it's no matter how hard you try, you're still going to lose sometimes. Either the other team's better, or your team's not as good as them, or you can't help out as much. Usually in quick play I don't play tank, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, that was bad. I tried. Yeah, like, I only recently started playing PC, so probably about maybe 6 months or so. I got my PC. Before that I was playing PS4, and the community for PS4 is probably just as bad as the Xbox. But yeah, it's just people are too casual, and it makes it hard for you to climb in competitive because people really don't care, which makes it very hard. So yeah, so it makes life a little hard. That's kind of why I play PC. Again, it's not like people still don't care as much, but there's a higher quantity of people that that do care. That's pretty hilarious. Just got the right idea, I guess. Ow. Oh no. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. Even like, for instance, for comparison, when I started playing PC, because I never played any seasons before that, I was placed in, I think I won 7 out of 10 of my matches, but I got placed in high silver. And yeah, it took me a little while to get out because a lot of people were just rage quitting for probably pretty much the same reason. They just didn't like how the game was going, so they just left, which is never good. Like, if you're gonna play, you might as well finish the game out. You never know what can happen. Oh, can she get it? Oh, please no. Yeah, it is. Overwatch is pretty GPU and CPU intensive. Like, even at low levels, it still chews up a lot. So you've got to be very careful. Yeah, it's very hard to get out, especially if you're playing solo. Like, I was lucky enough as I was playing, because I try to talk to people as much as possible so that you can kind of get everyone keen on working as a team. And out of talking to people, you do find people that you can play with. And then if you find people you can play with, it definitely makes life a lot easier. It restricts the chance of people leaving. So, and then the more people you find, the bigger team you get, and then hopefully after a while you have like 4 or 5 people you can play with. It's just all about talking and communicating with the team as much as possible. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. I always forget where the thing is. Oh no. Yeah, that's it. It is hard to find people. Sometimes there's a lot of apps and stuff that you can find on your phone, or if you go on the internet, there's a lot of groups that you can join. And a lot of those groups that you can join are pretty handy. I tried them sometimes on PS4. It's a hit and miss sometimes. It's one of those things. You've got to just keep trying until you find the people that you like. But I'm sure that there's like a Reddit forum for people that don't have mics and stuff like that. Because yeah, sometimes not everyone has a mic. And the good thing about the Xbox and PlayStation is that the in-game commands are very easy for you to call out as well. So you don't lose out much if you don't have a mic. I love it how you put shields on people when they just freak out and move back. But yeah, hopefully if you have a bit of a squeeze on the internet, man, you'll hopefully be able to find somebody or find a group of people. Yeah, too bad you don't have a PlayStation. We'll definitely play a few games. Oh wow, okay. I just spent so many ults then. Not much I can do. Hopefully my team can pull it up a bit. Please get on the point. There we go. Killed like half of their team. Yeah, sometimes you can pick up some pretty cheap mics. I'm not too sure about Xbox, but I know for PlayStation, I used to use my iPhone headphones. They worked. The ones with a little mic on the side of them. They weren't the best, but at least you could still talk to someone. Because a lot of the time, the part is just literally a little bit of communication and it helps. Yeah, well, hopefully. Yeah, I think you can pick them up pretty cheap. Like, I'm not too sure. Like where you live, but I know in Australia, in Coles and Woolworths and stuff like that, they sell those little ones with the mics on them, for like $10. I'm pretty sure. Me personally, I haven't bought them in a very long time, so I'm not too sure if they still have them. But I know they're very cheap. Even if you can pick them up on eBay. eBay definitely has a lot of those cheap little things as well. You'd probably be able to pick it up pretty cheaply. Because yeah, I think you just plug it straight into the Xbox jack that they have, and you should be alright. Yeah, my little brother was pretty bad at breaking my stuff when we were younger as well. Still does it now that I'm older as well, so. But yeah, when I'm hopefully after the next game, I'll hop out. I'll hop into Google, have a look on eBay, man, if you want, and I'll whisper you some. Yeah, make life hard. Yeah, SUVs do guzzle a bit of gas. Well, then I guess Amazon. I know that Amazon are usually pretty good and pretty cheap for that stuff, but yeah, it's hard if you can't get cash. It makes it very hard. Maybe friends from school, if you can find a friend from school that has one that's not using them. Or your parents, if they've got a phone or something, maybe they have some leftovers. I know my dad never used his. The two people I wanted to play. I'll just play a little bit of Tracer, see how we go. If I remember correctly, gas is pretty expensive in America as well, so that wouldn't help. Yeah, I'm pretty sure on Amazon you'll be able to find something super cheap. Hi, Mewing Dragon, how are you? I'm sure probably like $3 US you'd probably be able to pick something up. Yeah, good, good. A little bit tired. I should have started streaming a little bit earlier than I am. So I've got a very big Red Bull to try and make up for it. Okay. A very big Red Bull to try and make up for it, so hopefully it will keep me awake for the next couple of hours. Been busy? Yeah. So you'd go through a fair amount of gas. Oh, wow. Oh my god. You gotta try. Probably should actually play a little bit better, so show off some skills instead of looking like don't really know what I'm doing. Because Tracer's probably my best character, I'd say. But I play Flex, so I can't really say just my best character. Because each character is good in different situations. Yeah, I'm the same with my car. I've had my car for 6 or 7 years. It was the first car that I ever bought, so I'm very attached to it. The paint's a little bit degraded and it doesn't really get very many miles, but I definitely try and look after it. Oh wow. That is death. Yeah, shit's going down when you hear that. What type of car do you have, actually? I'm not too familiar with cars, but I know bits and pieces. Let's actually have some heals this game. It works out well. Doomfist is so dangerous. I'm just holding on to my ult. It is not smart. Oh, oh wow, that's really true. That works out well. Especially for the year, that would be a pretty good deal. Oh wow, there's so much damage. Wow. It's always nice having your own car. I remember the freedom that I felt when I was able to drive all by myself for the first time. Especially just being able to go down and get some food whenever you want to, or go down to the shops whenever you want to. Sometimes it sucks having to run errands, but definitely worth it sometimes. Probably for the next couple of hours at least. Hopefully if a few of my mates hop on, I'll be playing some competitive Overwatch, which will probably be a little bit better content than this, but at least in quick play it makes it nice and easy so I can talk to people as well. Whoa! Wow. The circumference of Doomfist's ulti is pretty large. Especially for Tracer, where you need very little damage to die. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, dude. I'll be on for a while, so hopefully I'll still be around when you get back from dropping your brother off. And I'm trying to stream every day for at least 4 to 5 hours a day. So yeah, so if you want to chuck me a follow, hopefully I'm pretty sure it notifies you when I come live, so hopefully we'll be able to get the chance to hang out a little bit more. And hopefully in the next month or so, I'm going to try and get an Xbox so I can play PC, PS, and Xbox. So at least I get to play with a bigger range of people. Oh wow. Yeah, great, thanks. I need to get my follow notifications organized. And I'm also doing a giveaway as well. So when I hit 50 follows, I'll be giving a $25 Steam card. It's $25 Australian. So I don't know what the conversion rate will be, but I think it'll probably be like $18 or something like that. And I'll try and talk to the person that wins, and if they don't have Steam or something like that, I may convert it to like a gift card or something like that. And I'll be doing the same thing, so every 50 followers or so, I'll be giving some type of giveaway, either $25 or 10, 15, at least something. Because then hopefully the more people win, the more money they get, the more games they can buy for themselves, and then the more games we can all play together. Kind of build up a bit of a community. Yeah, I'm not very good with the conversion rate, so it's not too, at least it's not too bad. Hopefully $20 will be able to buy you a game, or buy someone a game. Yeah, which is not too bad for Steam. And like I said, if someone doesn't have Steam or they want to use it with Blizzard, I'm always down to swap it up. And I'll be doing a giveaway stream as well, so I'll be doing all of this stuff on stream, so people can all make sure that it's all 100% legit and everything like that. You don't have to be in the stream if you do win. I will obviously wait and whisper them or talk to whoever wins. I don't only just play games as well. I have only been playing games for the past couple of weeks, but when I get my house set up, I will be doing in real life streams, cooking streams. Hopefully, depending on the Australian internet, I'll be doing traveling streams as well. So I'll go around Melbourne, which is where I live, and give you a little bit of a tour. Thanks. You never know, people can be pretty skeptical if they don't win. So I want to keep everything above board and fair so no one can say anything. Oh wow, okay. So yeah, so if you're ever keen to see what Melbourne looks like, or Australia in general, I'll hopefully be doing those soon. I'm still trying to organise the internet, because Australia's very horrible for internet. I'm just very lucky where I am. The internet around this area is very good. Oh no. Oh, that rewound very far. Please no, please no. Yeah, it is very horrible. I wouldn't say horrible as in, like, it's a nice place to live, but for some reason the infrastructure for internet is very, very poor. So yeah, I think I'm lucky, the most I get now is 90 megabytes. I think 95 was the highest I've gotten. But at my last place, the highest I got was 1.8 megabytes a second. So it's very horrible. But fingers crossed, I'm going to try some little bits and pieces and I might be able to do a travelling stream. It's definitely what I'm keen for. Show people around Melbourne, stuff like that. Yeah, 6.7 is very good, especially for casual gaming. Especially on Xbox, it works out perfect. I think probably your ping would sit around 30, so you'd have around 30 ms, which is very, very good. Like, I was 30 ms even at the old house, and the difference between 15 and 30 ms is very, very small. I just have me and my housemate that live here, so I wanted to get a high quality internet so he can do whatever he wants. I can still stream and play games without it interrupting, which it definitely works out very well. Practice some McCree. especially since so many people are using him. I am actually 27, so I look very young, which is probably a good thing. So it's kind of taken me a little while for me to get to this point where I can actually stream. So I would have loved to have streamed at least three to 4 years ago, but the circumstances in Australia is very hard to find a place that has good internet. I don't know if I want to do it for a living. Like, I would love to, like, get paid in a sense, but money doesn't really matter to me. Like, I work part-time and I make enough money and I'm studying as well. But yeah, I would love to at least stream for at least 6 to 8 hours a day. But in doing so, streaming for so long, it does make it very hard to do anything else. So I would love to kind of do it for a living. But yeah, like I said, money's not really a big deal for me. I just kind of want to make a big community where everyone can come, hang out, play games. Because yeah, it's always nice having people to play with. I'm starting to be a teacher, a primary school teacher. I really need to start a bio. I'm actually getting a friend of mine to create me some channel art. So when I get all my channel art and stuff started, I'll be putting all of this up in my bio. But yeah, I'm starting to be a primary school teacher. I've actually gone through a few courses. I studied international business, biological science, and now I'm studying to be a primary school teacher. But I didn't finish the other ones, so it took me a while to find what I enjoy. Yeah, so I don't know what it is in America, but it would be ages 5, 6, 7, 8. So for here, it's reception to year 3 is what I want to teach. But reception to year 7 is primary school over here. Whoa. But yeah, I find that younger kids are a lot more receptive. So the things that you teach them, it kind of sticks with them a lot. I still remember my primary school teacher. So hopefully you'll be able to make that imprint with someone and it lasts for the rest of their lives. I'm not saying that I don't remember my high school teacher. It's just that I think in high school, you're a little bit more rebellious. Oh, scared the crap out of me. You're a little bit more rebellious in high school, so you don't really pay as much attention. But yeah, I think in primary school you pay a lot more attention. Yeah, I don't. I think yeah, ages from 5 to 8 would probably be where I would like to teach. I think here year 5, because it's in primary school, it's a little bit more intense than just kinder, where you're just painting pictures and stuff like that. You actually start teaching them like times tables and how to write and how to spell, stuff like that. Which I do enjoy painting pictures, but yeah. Getting to some of the more intense stuff is very good too. Yeah, like I'm not too sure how the American system works, but there's usually only about 20 to 25 kids in a class, which is not too bad. And I think, like I said, being younger and being a male, and being a male, they kind of listen to you a little bit more. So it makes life a little bit easier. Like I said, as you get older in high school, I don't think I'd be able to handle high school kids. I think I'm a little bit too nice. But I think teaching is very rewarding. Yeah, I think 20 to 25 is a good number. I think any more than that, and it's kind of making it very hard for the teacher. Wow, this tracer is good. This is kind of why I played quick play with McCree, just to get a little bit better. Let's probably play Tracer and see if we can do a 1v1 battle, but practice is practice. Yeah, 30 kids in a class definitely makes it very hard for someone to teach and the rest of the kids to learn. Which then if they're not occupied, they just end up just acting badly, I guess. Which is not their fault, they just get bored. I know what I'm like when I'm bored. You just try and find anything that you can do to preoccupy yourself. No, like I said, I kind of studied a few different things. It's only in the past couple of years where I actually wanted to be a teacher. Like I said, I've always enjoyed like being with kids and helping kids and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been the past couple of years where a lot of my friends have had kids themselves, and then just helping them with their kids, going to the primary school and helping them out like that definitely showed me that I enjoy it. I think when I was in high school, I wanted to be a police officer. And I did all of the bits and pieces that you had to do to become a cop. But because I was only 18 years old, they wanted me to go get more life experience. And yeah, the older I've gotten, the more I've come to realize that it's very hard for a police officer to really help a person. Because there's just so many laws that just stop them from doing what they actually really need to do. So I think, again, I'm a little bit too nice to be too aggressive to people. But yeah, I find teaching very rewarding. It's kind of one of the other reasons why I definitely want to keep trying to do it. It's just very expensive. I don't know what school is like in America. I know that they're pretty expensive in America. But yeah, it's also pretty expensive in Australia. Like I said, I'm kind of lucky where I work part-time, so it kind of helps out a lot. But yeah, it gets very expensive. And Melbourne is a very expensive city as well, so that doesn't help either. Alright, let's see if my McCree skills are getting any better. Been lucky, I've been getting a fair amount of mercies and healers in the past couple of games, which makes it a lot easier to play.
often.
Wait, what? I swear he just used his ulti. That was weird. Yeah, Australia's a little bit better. So, like, better in that sense. So, a lot of colleges are usually, they are tens of thousands of dollars. But they're not too crazy. Like, but a lot of our stuff goes through the government. So the government will give you like a scholarship type thing, and you have not the rest of your life to pay it off, but once you earn over a certain amount of money, you start paying it off, which helps out a lot. Especially if you don't have any money. Like I didn't come from like a wealthy family or anything like that, so it definitely helps me out a lot. So it gives a lot of people more of a chance to go to uni and get higher education in general. So yeah, so some of the places here in Melbourne. Alright, cool. So here's a kitty. I'll hopefully talk to you soon. Like I said, I'll probably be on for the next couple of hours. So I'll hopefully talk to you soon. Mewing, if you're still there, do you play much Overwatch, bud? Oh, that's Scattershot. Do you play PC or play on console? Spewing. I tried. Oh yeah, nice. And our PC is definitely where it's at. I used to play a lot on PlayStation. And the difference between the competitive on PlayStation to competitive on PC is just ridiculous. A lot more people are kind of more communicative, if that's the word. Jeez, a little bit late for me tonight. Yeah, so a lot of people talk in high competitive. So what am I sitting at now? Yeah, nah, I used to, I think about 6 or 7 months ago was when I got my PC. And before that, I think the last PC I had was at my parents' house. So that was a few years ago now. Oops. I never right click, but... Oh, no. That was close. Yeah, like I said, the PS4 is very, people are very casual. So it makes it very hard for people on PlayStation. I think I was like the only one with the mic, and then you try and communicate with people and just people don't really want to listen. Which is okay, like people, if they want to play casual, but it just makes it harder for people that actually kind of want to get higher. Which, I'm definitely all about those high ranks. You play much competitive yourself, or? Wow, come on. What? I am so tired. What is this aim? Wow, I'm actually getting a fair amount of hills. It's working out well. Yeah, it does make life very hard. If you don't mind me asking, man, what rank are you sitting at? Because the higher ranks you do get, it does make life a little bit easier. That's kind of why I play tank a lot. I think I've got like 30 hours on Diva. And that's just because, yeah, you got to be very careful. Whoa. A lot of tanks do go very balls deep. Yeah, it makes it very hard mid-silver. I don't know if you ever heard of ELO Hell, but that's probably where you're sitting, dude, which it sucks. It's very hard to get out of. It's like, you're better than a lot of people that you play with, but no matter how good you are, it's very hard for you to keep winning games to get you out. And yeah, I can definitely see why you wouldn't want to keep playing. If you have some friends, like a bunch of people that you can play with, it definitely helps out a lot. I don't know if you play tanks yourself, but I play a lot of Diva, and I find she's very helpful. Yeah. Yeah, I used to play a little League on my mate's computers. Or should I say my mate's laptop. League's a little bit easier to run than some games. Yeah, even with healer, it's hard. No matter how much you heal someone, if they're doing stupid things, they're just gonna die. But if you can find a friend of yours that plays a tank, so you can kind of go healer and tank, so like they can go Diva or something like that, it makes it very easy for you to climb out. Because most of the time in that range, most people play DPS. So if you fill the rest of the team out, it makes it a lot easier. Come on, ulti, 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 please, please, please. Well, that didn't work. No! Nobody's seen that? Yeah, it makes it hard. Like, I don't know what I'm sitting at. I think I'm sitting nearly... I'm plat, but I've fallen. So fallen just below plat. Yeah, shh, 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 shh. We'll keep that between us. But yeah, I'm sitting at plat. I'm thinking of getting another account so I can start a Smurf, so I can play with some of my other friends. Not to bring them up, like not to carry. I don't think that I'm that good to carry, but it definitely helps, like I said, just to have another person that knows what they're doing. Because I'm hoping on the weekends, if I can get a few people together, to start doing like a follower group games, or just doing stuff as a group. Kind of want to build like a community where everyone's playing together, enjoys each other's company. And hopefully when I build up a bit more of a base, I'll start linking people into my Discord so everyone can kind of hang out and chat. Because yeah, it's always nice having a few people to play with. And especially if you're struggling. Hopefully a few people will be able to help out. I think I might just keep practicing McCree for at least an hour or so. So if you don't mind, dude, just hanging around and chilling, I'll be able to talk and chat and stuff for a while. Huh, he actually has the gold. That looks really cool. Doomfist, can you chill? Stand still for a sec. Doomfist. Yo. Chill. Stand still. Like, looks sick. Looks so cool. Looks boss. Looks boss, dude. I think I've got like 1,000 competitive points, so I still got a little while to go. I've only been playing for a few months, so it's a bit of a grind. Oof. I don't even think that heal even hit me, did it? It didn't even hit me. Yeah, it's one of those things. I've got a friend of mine who plays a lot of Mercy, and he finds himself jumping between people a lot. Like, I don't know if you use that strat very much, where you're just kind of always moving back and forward between people. That seems to help out a lot. But yeah, you try and do the right thing and hide and heal, and it doesn't help out too much, especially if people start going for you. Another good thing as well is to try and get better at doing tempo reses. I don't know if you've looked into that type of stuff, but just like resing 1 or 2 people at a time, because if you can get a few people over their team, so just say you have 5 people and they only have 3, you're usually going to win that fight. So little things like that do help out too. Get my eye in a little bit. Because a lot of people that do the hide, heal and res type thing will get countered very quickly. So yeah, I think doing the jump between and doing tempo reses, because Mercy gets her ulti very quickly. So if you keep resing people back and forward all the time, you can usually make it so that your team's gonna be your team. That hurt. Your team's gonna be the one that's gonna win every team fight. See if I can get onto this point. I doubt that. Oh, nah. I can do a little sneaky from behind. They know. This is stupid. Yeah, it does make life hard. Hey Emily, what's going on? And yeah, it makes it hard. A lot of people just think that they're the best player in the world, so they run off and do their own thing. But I think if you have a mic, I'm not too sure if you do have a mic, but communicating with your team does help a lot. I try and be as positive as possible, so that if you bring people together, your team just starts winning. I think communication is key to a lot of these types of things. Because yeah, I think if you can, having more people on your team that know what they're doing definitely makes your life wow, okay. Make sure I'm so stuck. Makes your life a lot easier. Come on. Please just leave me alone. Why are you doing this? Why? But yeah, like I said, having a few people in your team does make life a lot easier. Yeah, I think a lot of the time tempo reses are very key, because even if 5 people die in your team and then you res 5 people, it doesn't always help out a lot, because there's kind of a reason why 5 people have died. Like someone would have spent an ult, or your team's out of position, and if you res everyone out of position again, they all just die. So you've got to be very careful with the 5-mans. Even though a lot of people complain about you doing 1 or 2 reses, but you just do you know what I mean? There's nothing worse to listening to your team and feeling like you're being capped in some type of way, like you're not able to do what you want to do. Like, I don't think people should just go Hanzo or Widow and stuff like that, but I think sometimes that if you think that you can do a little bit better, or you can play a bit better, definitely try a different character that most people aren't always used to. Like, you see Doomfist in competitive, and a lot of the times people always complain, but it's always better to see how someone plays before you start complaining. Everyone's so broken up. I can't get a few stealthy kills. See if I can get up from behind. This is probably another stupid idea. It's always fun doing stupid shit though. Oh, I wanted to punch her to death. Why did I do dumb stuff like that? I just wanted to troll. Should have just shot her. It's always fun trolling. Not in competitive. Quick play is a different story. Alright, let's see if I can get myself a cheeky 5-man kill. There is no hope. Ooh, that Widow is gonna annihilate me. Let's see how we go. Just wait for it. Shh, shh, shh. No one knows I'm here. Maybe if I go from behind? I keep trying, but it never works. Whoa. Whoa. Here we go, here we go. Oh my god. I should just do normal ones instead of just trying to go from behind 5-man. I should probably play properly, but trolling on McCree is just so much fun. Should probably get a few kills to make myself look like I'm actually okay. As soon as I say it, I get owned. I know. Get another headshot. Do you usually play just Mercy as a healer? She's probably one of the strongest healers, but Anna is another good one. But it makes it very hard when you play Anna. Her ulti is very reliant on other players. So if they don't go in or if they don't do things... Wow, everyone hates me. If you don't go in and if they don't do things, it's kind of a waste of an ult. So it does kind of suck. So many kills at the start and everyone's like, let's go for this McCree. So slippery. Oh my god, it's so hard to fight too. He's coming for me. Oh, well. Oh, you can see me. I can see him. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, Lucio's pretty strong as well. Again, he's one of those players where if your team's not grouped together, it's kind of hard to get those high healing games. But yeah, if everyone's grouping together and playing as a team, which is very hard to find in Silver, but yeah, if people do, it definitely helps out a lot. If you have a Lucio and a Mercy together, I don't know if you get two healers in Silver, but double healer is usually probably the best bet. The meta's changing a little bit, but yeah, two healers definitely does help. And Lucio and Mercy in certain circumstances are very, very good. Like, Mercy's the primary and Lucio is the secondary. So having those two together definitely helps the team out a ridiculous amount. And there's nothing worse than someone pushing in with a Lucio ult, and then you finally get the kills on everybody, and then the Mercy just reses everyone, and all of you die. It hurts my insides. Yeah, I wouldn't think you would get two healers. Again, if you can get a friend of yours to double heal, so you and another healer, so just say you play Mercy, they play Lucio, or the other way around, you could probably carry your team. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's very hard. I think 3-man, if you can get a 3-man's definitely where it's at. 5 is obviously the best for low levels, but it's hard to get 5 people. And the reason why I find 5 is good is that in 5-man, you never really come across too many other 5-mans. I don't think usually it matches you. It doesn't usually match you with a 6-man, so you don't get super sweaty games. Most of the time, you'll verse a 2 and a 3 stack. And if you are a 5 and they are a 2 and a 3, you usually have a lot better communication than they do. And you usually win a lot more games. But yeah, the higher you go, so the higher plat, diamond, those types of levels, if you start stacking with 5 people, they will have 5 people also that are very good, so you've got to be very careful. Then it goes down to probably 2 to 3 stacking is probably your best bet when it gets to higher plat. But yeah, if you can get you and a friend, so just say you play Mercy, they play Diva. That's another good climbing out duo. So you just pretty much heal everyone as much as you can, but kind of focus on the Diva. Your mate Diva, and usually Diva can just spray everybody and kill a bunch of people. Like in competitive, I'm usually gold healing, sorry, gold damage, gold objective time, and gold eliminations. Just because I spray so hard. Like I can aim, but yeah, the spraying of D.Va is ridiculous. Yeah, well, that's the thing. You've got to try to get him to play like a tank. Like I said, a lot of people play DPS because they believe that they can carry a team, but DPS isn't what carries a team, especially not in Overwatch. One, communication is definitely the highest thing that I've ever realized in any competitive match is that talking to people. So communication is definitely the best, which it sounds so cliche, but it's very, very true. So communication. And then the second is having 2 healers. And having the third would probably be having a tank that doesn't jump in. So if you have those 3 things, you're usually going to go well. And the best way to do it is to get a 3 stack. But if your boyfriend can do it, just get him to play tank. Get him to play D.Va. D.Va's a very fun character. And very OP in the meta right now. Like, the ability to eat people's ultis while still shooting them. While still shooting, eating ultis, being able to blow up a whole team, being able to stop a team from going on to positions. D.Va is just too good. So yeah, so just the utility of D.Va alone just makes her just so strong. But then having no reload time as well just makes her such a high DPS character. She's very underrated in low levels. Do you get many D.Vas in silver? How? Ouchie. So yeah, so like for instance, I'll show you my D.Va. It's actually pretty reasonable. So like deaths per average. So I get 4 kills for every 1 death, which is not too bad. So if your boyfriend's into playing DPS, just let him know that D.Va is a very high DPS character. Always so troll. Not stupid Genji. Hear him use his deflect. Yeah, Reigns are a little bit like Reinhardt in general is not as good as he used to be. Like D.Va is definitely probably the main one. D.Va, Winston, Zarya, if you can get anyone that plays them, so they're the main tanks that I play. And if you can get someone that plays them and can flex, so like can play different characters at different times, you'll be able to climb out very quickly. So yeah, so I guess you just have to kind of kick your boyfriend into gear and get him to try and play someone a little bit different than just DPS. Because sometimes no matter how hard you heal the DPS, you just can't win. That soldier skin looks so cool. Alright, open up a loot box, see what I've got. Usually have some pretty bad luck when it comes to stuff like this. We'll see how we go. Really badly want the Widow skin. There you go. Really badly want the Widow one. Wow, my chat just reset. That's horrible. So yeah, so what kind of DPS does he play? Does he play Soldier and stuff like that? Because Soldier's a pretty good DPS. But even still, even a lone soldier makes it very hard. Unless he's on fire, like constantly killing as many healers as he can. It just doesn't make it very easy for you guys. Wow. I probably shouldn't have drank this whole thing. Yeah, Soldier's a good one. Tracer, unless you have a good team, like a few tanks or something like that, Tracer makes it very hard. Like, I love Tracer. She's probably my favorite character. But yeah, she's... When it comes to damage output, she's very hard to keep that damage output going because it takes 2 shots and you're dead pretty much. So, Soldier on the other hand is very good, but still you need tanks. Without tanks, DPSs do nothing. So it just makes life very hard. Can he play any tanks at all? Like, has he tried? Does he enjoy playing any tanks? Like I said, if you can get him to just play D.Va just for a few games, I'm sure that he'll start enjoying himself when he gets a bunch of kills. Yeah, so I'm not too sure if you played in previous competitive years. Yeah, Zarya's a very good one. Zarya's a good one. But like I said, Zarya's very situational. If you can play D.Va, Winston, Zarya, those 3 characters. So you play D.Va in dive comp. You play Winston when you can't get a hold of the Lucio or the Mercy. And you play Zarya when they're your rest of your team's very split up. So that you can start putting orbs and stuff on people. That's probably the way to go. But yeah, so if you didn't have a competitive match last year, it will usually place you pretty low. It did the same thing to me. So I won 7 out of my 10 games, but because I never played any previous competitive matches on PC, I got 1800, I'm pretty sure. So that was high silver. And I think now this year, also this competitive season, they've added in little bits and pieces. So if you're playing a healer and he's playing DPS, if he gets a lot of kills, he'll actually get placed a little bit higher than you do, which kind of sucks because healers are definitely what keep a team together. This is not going well. Yeah, it makes it hard, especially if you're forced to, well, not forced, but especially if he's always keen to play and you're not very keen, it makes it hard for you to actually want to keep trying to keep placing higher. But yeah, it probably would be because you placed in silver last season that it kind of keeps you around the same thing. And being, like I said, being a healer, unfortunately they don't give healers too many points. Wow. That would be so hard to play at 20 FPS. Like, no wonder why you didn't want to play. That'd be the worst. Like, I think anything under 30 FPS, it gets really, really bad. Like, it starts jumping and chopping around, which there's just no way that you can play a game properly when it's like that. I'd say that FPS drops are probably worse than lag. Because at least with lag, you can kind of start dealing with it after a period of time, where FPS drops, there's nothing you can do. You can't see, so makes it very hard to play. Really need to fix this crosshair. Just a little bit smaller would be nice. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Or is there a reason why you were only getting 9 to 20 FPS? Was it the PC you were playing on, or? Yeah, once you get a higher FPS and you play lower, it's like night and day. Like I was lucky. I bought myself a 2K 144 Hertz monitor. Because I play a lot of FPS shooters, so spending that little bit of extra money was definitely worth it. And going from 60, I think it's 30 FPS actually, 30 FPS on PlayStation, to playing at, I think I'm sitting at 144 FPS right now, at 2K. The game looks just amazing. Yeah, having a shitty PC doesn't make life fun at all. But at least you're sitting at 90 ms. 90 ms is very, very good. Especially if you're not playing any type of really high octane FPS like CS:GO, stuff like that. Having high FPS isn't really a big deal. It helps, but it's one of those things. I think most pros will go on low detail just to get higher FPS. So you can get there sometimes. I think when I turn everything down and turn my resolution to 1080, I get like 300 FPS, which is pretty ridiculous. But it doesn't look as nice. And Overwatch is one of those things where if you can get it to look good and it plays nice, then I think that's kind of what matters. I wasn't really paying too much attention then. That was kind of bad. I should probably see if my mate wants to play some competitive. But it's kind of nice just chilling, talking to you guys. And sorry that I don't have any follower alerts or any in-game alerts. I'm hopefully getting them done this week. I'm not the most computer literate person, so I need a little bit of help. Ouchie? So yeah, so hopefully during this week I'll have all of my in-game commands and my bio and all of my graphics and stuff like that sometime this week, hopefully. At least have it somewhat organized and I'm able to show everybody. I'll be posting it all on my Twitter and stuff like that. I feel sorry for Arissa. She has her head hitbox is so large. I knew that was gonna happen. That was so dumb. I won't change it now. I'll wait. I really need to change the crosshair. Yeah, it's very like I'm a very artsy type person, so I kind of want my my graphics and stuff to look really good and kind of reflect me as a person. So I guess I'm a little bit going a little bit overboard, but I want it to look nice for everybody. Wow, he looked pissed. Just a second where he's just stopped looking right at me. Yeah, it does take a little bit of time. But hopefully, like I said, very soon I'll have it all organized. Oh, okay. All of hard work and effort goes nowhere. I didn't see if his stun got upgraded. It seems like it goes a little further than normal. I didn't get a chance to ask, where are you from? I always like to know where people are from and people are watching from. It's good kind of streaming around this time a little bit later than normal. I kind of get to, talk to people across the world. Oh, cool. Yeah, my uncle actually lives in the UK. I think my parents, so my dad was born in Manchester and he moved here when he was 12, I think. So I definitely want to go back very soon. I'm glad you can hang out. It's always good to talk to people and get to know people. Like I said, I kind of want to build a community where people can just come in, hang out, chat, enjoy themselves. I don't really take things too seriously, so I like to keep the stream nice and chill as well. Yeah, not like you, man. It's actually a mate of mine, Mew. He's actually from the UK. Wait, is that... No, Ireland. Ireland? Ireland. I do call him Clover for a reason. What time is it over in the UK now? Is it early morning or late night? I can't remember if it's... I know it's like 10 hours before or 10 hours after. I'm horrible when it comes to that stuff. Oh, okay. Cool. Ow. That's me not paying very much attention. Getting chased. Please. Yeah, I think it's like 10:30 PM here, so it's a little bit late. I need to really start streaming a little bit earlier, but like I said, the later it is, the better it is, because I get to talk to people all over the world. Mercy was actually very good. Is it summer or winter? I'm pretty sure they're the opposite to us, so you guys would be in summer, wouldn't you? It's freezing here. So I live in Melbourne, and it's super cold. Well, cold for Australia. So I don't know if you guys go by the same type of temperature system, but I think it's the lowest that it drops down to is like 7 degrees, which is it's pretty cold. And plus, I'm not a big fan of wearing big puffy clothing. Much rather wear thongs, shorts, and a shirt. It's always a nice way to be. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. I like how you put in quotes summer. I know that it still is pretty cloudy and cold over there as well. Like our summers, so I live in Melbourne now. I'm originally from Adelaide. So the summers in Adelaide are very hot, and I think the hottest it gets to is 45 degrees. So I am a big fan of the heat. I do love the heat. 45 is a little bit ridiculous. I think probably my max comfortable heat would probably be around 30. But yeah, 45 is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, it's very hard to find Australian streamers, unfortunately. Like, just the internet here is very poor. It's very hard to be able to stream or do anything really. Yeah, that would suck. Like I said, I love the heat, especially going to the beach and stuff like that. I don't know if you've seen any Australian like photos of Australian beaches, but you can get some very, very amazing ones. Oh yeah, cool. Who do you watch? I try and watch as many Australian streamers as I can. Especially at the like the times that I'm awake, it usually helps. Obviously, watching other Australian streamers. I think that's one of the good things about Twitch. One of the things that I love is that you can just come on at any time of the day and find people that you enjoy watching. Especially these days where there's just so many people streaming. There's just so much content that you can be watching. It's just so good. Yeah, it's always nice being able to talk to someone. And I think the bigger the stream gets, the harder it is for them to like kind of focus on the chat. I'm kind of trying to make sure no matter how big I get, I try to focus as much of my time and effort on just talking to people. Like, I think I'm a pretty good gamer, but I'm not amazing. So I think the draw for people to come back will be me the communication and the community that I'm going to try and build. Like, I'm not too bad, but yeah, I think what I'm going to try and do most is just try to talk to people in chat. Just have a good time, just chill out, enjoy myself. And hopefully being able to talk to other people, they enjoy themselves as well. Hopefully when I start getting a few more followers and more bits and pieces, I'm going to set up a Discord. So I can just have people come in, just hang out and chat whenever they're bored. I think that would always be a nice place to just to hang out, you know what I mean? Wow, that was very sketchy. Yeah, it makes it very hard. I'm hopefully buying, probably next week or the week after, I'll be buying another monitor. So I'll be able to have my game on this monitor and have a separate monitor so I can have just chat. So yeah, so hopefully no matter how many people I have, I'll be able to at least talk to the majority of people. That's really cool that you got hosted for 40 views. That's really cool. I didn't know you streamed. I'll definitely have to come in and check it out. But yeah, I think sometimes the plus side with having more people in your chat is it keeps it going. So sometimes even though you're not talking to people, the rest of your chat can kind of talk to each other as well. I reckon that's always cool too. Makes it a little bit hard for people to moderate, but I definitely like it when everyone's kind of talking to each other, talking to the streamer, just enjoying themselves. Oh wow, that's really good. Person's pretty cool for hosting you. It's always hard to find people that host small streamers. It's one of those things, everyone's got to start somewhere. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, having 9 FPS in game and then having to talk to 40 people would make it next to impossible, really. Especially to do both at the same time. That's really cool. I think that's why you've got to put a little bit of time and effort into those types of things. Try and keep it funny and interesting so that people want to kind of click on and watch. Wow, my aim is not very good tonight. You gonna be hopping on playing some Overwatch today, or are you giving you a bit of a break? Are you playing RS, Clover? I bought Albion, so I put the $30 onto it because for some reason it wouldn't let me play. So I might be playing that a little bit later if you can. Do you play any other games apart from Overwatch, Mewing, or mostly just Overwatch? Yeah, sweet, man. I think Overwatch is one of those games, and even if you're not playing competitive, you can just still enjoy yourself. You just have to take quick play with a grain of salt, I guess. Just don't try to get too involved in winning and just enjoy playing the game and you'll have a fun time, I think. Which I haven't always had that philosophy. I used to be very prone at raging, so over the years I've gotten a lot better. Yeah, PUBG's very fun. I enjoy playing PUB. Like I said, I play a lot of FPS. So like, I used to play H1 before I started dying down a little bit and kind of getting a little bit too buggy. I used to love playing that. So PUBG is very good. It's a lot slower, and people camp a lot more, but it's definitely very fun. But I think next time you get a chance to talk to your boyfriend, or if you two are playing competitive, definitely get him to try and play a tank. See if it helps the both of you. Might keep him more involved and more interested. Do you enjoy playing PUB? I think it's one of those games where you either love it or you hate it. I just like the concept of just having everyone's kind of set at the same level, so everyone just, no matter where, it gets a little bit shady in places where you know that you're going to find good loot, but mostly you land, you find guns, and you fight, and everyone's just equal. It's all about skill level, which I think to have that in a game is very cool. I think H1 was a little bit better when it came to skill versus skill, because it didn't matter what gun you had, you can always fight. Where PUB is a little bit, if you have some scopes and stuff like that, you do win a lot more. But yeah, it's still very good. Yeah, if you can get 3 together, 3 is probably The lower ranks, I think 5 is the sweet spot. I think I was saying before, where you just verse groups of 2s and 3s and you have more communication where it helps out a lot more. But 3 is definitely very good too. So if you play the healer, your boyfriend plays the DPS, and your friend plays the tank, and you have a lot of communication, you're definitely going to grind up. Yeah, like I was saying, I think you're right, Kitty. It's when, wow. I think it's all personal preference, but I think the only real difference between PUBG is, like you said, is where you land, and in that, if you land in a shitty area, the game ends very quickly, and that does annoy me a little bit. Where I like where Overwatch very fluid. You can just always find a game. You can always play. It's always ready to keep going. But I can see how PlayerUnknown has that draw of just becoming being the best, really. There's only really one winner, so, or one team that wins. It's always better, always good trying to be the best. I played a lot of PlayerUnknown when it first came out, which I enjoyed a lot, but the only problem was they were very buggy. The whole servers were very buggy, so I kind of took a little bit of a break. I'm getting back into it now, but yeah, I can't just sit there and play it like I can Overwatch. How'd you go dropping off your brother, Kitty? Everything go alright? Know how annoying heals can be, especially if you have a manual. Is your brother a lot younger than you, Kitty? Like, it's always hard taking your brother to school when they're a lot younger, especially if they don't listen. Me and my brother are only 2 years apart, so we're pretty close, which is very good. Into a lot of the same stuff. I think PUBG as well is one of those games where if your PC can't handle it, it just, no matter how low you put the settings, you just can't play. Oh, okay, so there is a bit of a gap. Hopefully when he gets a little bit older, you guys can relate a bit more. Because, yeah, it makes it a little bit hard when they're a little bit older. Yeah. When me and my brother were young, I used to beat him up as well. I guess boys can be pretty violent. We were pretty bad. But yeah, I know the problem, my car is always bad. Like, I don't know if it's just Australia, but there's just so many bugs, and your windscreen gets very dirty very quickly. The area that I live in is very dusty, so my car gets very dirty very quick. That makes life hard. Especially having to be the mum and the sister. Because you can't always be his best friend and always be nice if you have to be his mum at the same time. Do me time you out, dude. But yeah, it does make life hard, especially if you're the only one taking care of him. Sounds like you do a lot though, especially driving him around, that get pretty hard. Especially having to be there to... Do you pick him up as well? Because that would make life hard. Yeah, it would take up a lot of your day doing both of those things. don't think people give credit to sisters and brothers that do those little bit of extra things, especially when it takes up a lot of their day. Yeah, that really sucks. Well, hopefully you don't stay up too long watching me and you get to nap a little bit during the day. It makes it very hard when parents can't manage money. I'm lucky that my parents aren't too bad. They're not together. Like, my parents split up when I was younger. But, yeah, they usually... My dad's not too bad with money. My mum's not as good, but she's not too bad. I think when you get older, you realize not the bad things that your parents have done, but things that you can do better. I think everything in life is all about learning. Hopefully you'll get a little bit of sleep today. I'll probably be streaming for like another hour or two. Wow, that'd be a pretty intense job. Especially, I've watched a lot of just documentaries and shows about prisons and stuff. And yeah, it wouldn't be a very good environment to be. Or to be around too often. Kind of get to you after a while. Whoa. Doing as much as I can. Yeah, I couldn't imagine having to deal with such intense people all day, every day. But yeah, definitely no real excuse to go out partying all the time, but definitely would make it hard. I do hear that the correctional officers do get reasonable pay. But I don't think there's much money that anyone could give me to be in that environment too often. I don't know what the age is for driving over in America, but hopefully your little brother will be able to get his license and stuff soon and get a little bit of his own freedom, so he can do his own thing, so you can do your own thing as well. Yeah, like I don't know how expensive alcohol is in America, but I know that it's very expensive here, and it doesn't take much to start eating into your food and your bill money. Yeah, it's always good. It's always good to try and make sure your brother has what you don't have. I'm always trying to take care of my brother as well. Oh, that's cool. Well, hopefully soon he'll be able to get his own freedom, and then you get your own freedom as well. And start thinking about if you want to go to college or something like that. Then maybe he can drive you around. There's nothing better than getting chauffeured around. I hear that the groceries and stuff in America are pretty expensive. Which that wouldn't help either. It's like groceries are expensive, but fast food is cheap. Which is not really how it should be. Yeah, a lot of that stuff's not too bad. Like, when I was growing up, we didn't have a lot of money either. And a lot of the off-brand stuff was still pretty good. Even to this day, like, now that I have a little bit more money, I still buy some of the off-brand stuff, because most of the time it's just as good. Yeah, some of them are pretty bad. It depends. You can go pretty low quality, and some of that stuff is pretty horrible. Kind of tastes like cardboard. Well, oh wow, I can't believe I'm still alive. Yeah, I used to when I moved to Melbourne, I didn't really have much money, and that's pretty much what I lived off of also. Meat goring. It's probably a staple that I lived off of for a couple of years. I still eat it to this day. I had mee goreng for dinner last night, actually. Don't have it very often, but it's kind of nice. Once in a while. A little bit of a throwback. What about the Mercy's name's Genji God? I used to get pretty creative with ramen. You add like little bits and pieces to it, and it can taste actually not too bad. Add a little bit of extra meat, or add some vegetables and stuff to the broth, and it can taste pretty good. I'm just not the best cook, so anything I pretty much do, I usually burn, so I think ramen is always a good choice. You can't really stuff up ramen. No, I don't. To be honest, I don't really have a lot of time for anybody else. Like, I try to stream a lot, and I work and stuff as well, so it's kind of a little bit hard to have time for someone else. But yeah, I do. I buy these like delivered meals, so it's like all fresh, like cooked meals. So I don't really have to do too much, which is kind of nice. Hopefully when I have a little bit more free time and everything else is a little bit more organized, I'll start talking to some chicks, I guess. Even though a lot of the girls that I've dated previously have all been pretty bad cooks, probably just as bad as me, really. That's kind of why I learned how to make ramen taste that little bit better. Make it seem like I can actually cook. Yeah, I don't know how I've done it, but I was trying to deep fry something, and I've cooked the oil. I don't know if I've cooked it too hot or what I've done, but as soon as I put stuff in it, it's just bubbled over and pretty much started a fire. So after that, I kind of steer clear of the kitchen as much as possible. I can make toast, I can make a sandwich, but anything to do with flames, I try to steer clear of. Like, I just only moved into my new place, and I only bought a microwave about a week ago, and before that, I was pretty much living off of takeaway, because I just couldn't cook anything. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm always trying to be wary of. It's actually making sure I turn it off. Most of the places I lived at have all had gas stoves. Electricity is not too bad, you're just kind of wasting money. But when it's a gas stove, it just gets very, very dangerous. Yeah, I can imagine how hard it would be to cook in a trailer. And that'd be very scary catching a kitchen on fire inside of a trailer, because as soon as the kitchen goes up, the trailer goes up. I should talk to Danny. Danny just whispered to me. Should probably play some comp. It's kind of nice just chilling and talking to people. That's why you need to get a computer, Emily. So you can actually play. I can have some more friends. Instead of playing on Mac. Hey, I'm on that quick play grind, alright, Danny? If you want to play some duo comp, I don't know how awake and how accurate I'll be, but D.Va's not very accurate anyway, so... Alright man, I'll play. Give me one sec. I'll invito you. I'll see if Slip wants to play too. I don't think Slip wants to play. I've seen a few trailer places in America. A lot of their trailers are pretty large though, aren't they? We don't really have much of that type of stuff here. Probably would make living in a place by yourself a lot more affordable. Especially in Melbourne, it's super expensive. Yeah, it would be nice. It's always good just having your own place, even if it is a trailer. But yeah, a lot of the stuff here is mostly trailer parks, but they're not the types that you see in America. They're more just little tiny things. Which I'm not really about a big house. I kind of like it when it's a little bit smaller. Yeah, that'd be really nice. I think a lot of the time being in trailers would be kind of nice as well, because if you find a good trailer park where there's a nice community, it would be very good as well. I think a lot of the times, especially in Australia, you don't really get to know your neighbours very well, which does suck, because sometimes it's always good to just be able to go over and have a beer or just hang out and have a conversation. Plus, a lot of the time when people are in trailer parks, they're usually pretty friendly. Well, in my experience, I used to go to a for like bits and pieces of summer when I was younger. We used to go to a trailer park right near the river, and yeah, it was always really nice. Everyone was always keen to talk and have a chat. It's mostly populated by older people, just on like retirement or on holiday, which was always nice. Oh, I'm about to die. Wow, that's so dangerous. I love baths. I think probably next to having a really hot shower after a hot day, having a really good bath, like a long bath, is probably the best thing ever. But I'm a little bit too tall. I'm like, I think I'm 6'1" or 6'2". So I don't fit in many baths, which kind of sucks. I think the last time I had a bath, I was like 15 years old when I can actually fit inside a bath. Yeah, so you know the struggle. Yeah, I don't know if it's Australia or America the difference, but yeah, unfortunately I don't fit into too many places.
That's where you're hiding, group chat.
Hi.
Hi.
What's going on, man?
All of the above.
185.
That bloody Widow has been nailing me all game.
Yeah, I'm kind of like
Got
half
the
paying
Farah's
attention.
one. Farah's one.
Yeah, I'm coming in now. So yeah, I think I'm 5'1" or 5'2". I don't know what 185 is.
It's a chance.
Yeah, I've got my ult as well. Even though everyone just died. Hi, Messi.
I got Nano as well. Oh, you're gonna die. Or not.
Don't underestimate me, mate.
I'm underestimating you. I do it quite often.
I'm pretty tired, so you.
Good way to live life.
I know, right?
Ow! Tell that Widow to stop. Oh. You can't heal Anna when she's in her thing. It's not Anna.
Yeah, I am pretty tall.
Oh, the Widow.
I really. So it is 6 foot. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm pretty bad with that type of stuff. It's actually pretty good being a little bit taller. Yeah, good man. Just chilling, just talking to people.
5.
But yeah, no, it's always good being that little bit taller. Apart from, like I said, when it comes to trying to have a bath. But I do enjoy a hot shower. Yeah, it does make it hard. Because you guys use like fluid ounces and like inches and stuff like that. Like,
Yep.
but you guys use our like system as well, though, don't you? Like use both? Do you use both, or is it just the American one?
Go on. Yeah, I slapped him. Ah!
There he goes.
Dude, that was so good.
Yeah,
I
America
can't
can be
believe
pretty
we got
stubborn.
the sleep on him and he... Yeah.
Yeah, that was so good.
And I just killed the Doomfist.
Exactly. I think just less mass in general
Like,
makes
dude,
everyone a lot
Junkrat's gonna be
happier.
back in the meta.
Yeah,
Every
he's been
game I'm
smashing it lately.
expecting to see him in. Other side.
Oh, where'd he go?
He can't heal. One hit, one.
Wow, this-
Not one hit anymore.
Oh, please!
God, I had my sleep out. Why didn't I get sleep on him?
Yeah, I did a biological science. And even when I read papers from other countries, from like America and stuff like that, you could always tell that they were using
I'm
our
on the
version.
cream, are you?
Or like the rest of the world's version, should I say? Which makes life very hard, having
where's
to
the
know
widow?
both versions. Did you enjoy doing an anime and stuff like
No.
that? I think that's probably one of my favorite things. Is just biology in general. Like I love teaching and I love teaching kids, but I think biology is just super interesting. Just biology of humans, of animals, just in general. I reckon it's really good.
Oh, the widow. Mean.
Yeah, science is great. I just think being able to know how things work and just the way the world works is definitely the best way to, I don't know, like just understand things more. I think when you know the biology of things, you know the way things work, you just
Oh,
kind of
there's a Doomfist,
know the
Go away.
way the world works. I'm gonna die. It's like I studied biological science, which is I'm studying to be a vet.
Rip.
But a vet takes 7 years, so it's not that I'm not keen, it's just a lot of study. But it was definitely one of my favourite things. Which is very, very hard. Kind of worked out.
I was just trying to kill the fucking Reinhardt.
Wow.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? He did. No, wait. How did the Doomfist kill you?
I have no idea. Just punched me and I died.
Don't like that noise.
And the good thing
Wait.
about science is no matter where you are around the world, it's always has to be the same.
You shield
Always
jump,
the
you
same
shield jump, you
language,
shield jump, go
same
on.
type of stuff. It's like the universal language of the world, really.
Huh. Rip.
Do you have any other favourite subjects? I used to love art. Art was my other favourite. Like, I don't paint or draw as much as I used to. I should really get back into it.
Dun-dun.
But yeah, art was probably my second favourite. It's just that the higher I got in school, so like the higher up years, the less I could do art. It was kind of not worthless,
like
but
the-
it didn't really help too much. Ouchie.
Oh, what a double kill on Meteor Strike.
Could not get out.
Guys.
I never had a parenting class. I don't think we have that type of stuff in Australia. we had like home ec, and when I was in year 9 or 10, I had home ec, and we had babies that we had to look after for like a couple of weeks, and that was pretty much the only parenting type stuff. Oh, that's cool. It's always a good thing to know. I'm just lucky that a lot of my friends have kids and stuff like that, so I can kind of take care of kids. Because it can be a little bit daunting having to take care of young kids sometimes. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we don't really have a credit type system here in Australia. It's more just kind of finish your core subjects, and that's... You can do electives, but it's just... Yeah, you just pretty much do your core ones, and it's just what score you get out of your core subjects is what goes towards your university score. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, our babies weren't mechanical. They were literally just like dolls. They couldn't really do anything else. A mechanical baby would definitely make life a little bit harder to take care of. I think when we had our class, most of the time we just left the kids at kids at school.
Oh, we do.
Oh, that's really cool. I've never been able to do that. Like I'm a pretty patient person, but when it comes to stuff like that, it'd be very hard to just be able to sit there and do.
Stop running away from me, Matt.
A lot of appreciation for someone that can do that type of stuff. Wow. Didn't realize I was doing so horribly. I remember when I was younger, my auntie used to be able to crochet really well. She used to crochet like jumpers and like really nice jackets and stuff like that. Wow.
Oh, that's not fun.
It was like probably one of the warmest, nicest feeling jackets that I've ever had. Not the most fashionable thing in the world, but definitely nice and warm. We got this, we got this. Boost me, when we get into this open. Wait for it, around this corner. Alright. Thought I should probably concentrate for a few seconds.
Easy.
Yeah, I thought I'd concentrate for a little bit at the end there. Yeah, blankets are probably one of the next best things to a jumper or a jacket. I've never had a crochet hat, actually. That'd be super warm.
Jesus.
Damn. Don't mind playing a few more quick plays?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, sweet homie.
You're not playing comp then?
I may do. Just, yeah, not right now. I'm just kind of talking to people in chat.
Oh, man.
Sorry, friendo.
You're alright.
Yeah, blankets are always pretty nice. Especially when you can get all those really cool patterns going on inside of them as well. It's like another art form. Especially if you take the time and care to mix things up and like add little bits and pieces, it definitely looks really cool. Are you artsy at all, or mostly just crochet type stuff? I don't know what it is. Can't find any games. Oh, that's really cool. I do used to love writing. Like, I've kind of lost a little bit of the love for it now because most of my writing is just usually like essays and stuff for uni. But when I was younger, I used to love like fictional writing and stuff like that. I thought it was really nice. Good to get all your thoughts and stuff onto paper. But yeah, we used to love painting and stuff too. So much love. Love, love. What about you, Emily? Do you paint or anything? Or have any artistic skills? That's cool. Yeah, I used to love playing role-playing games. I used to play a lot of RuneScape when I was younger. Did the person know that you were drawing them, Emily? It wasn't just you just looking through a window drawing someone, was it? Yeah, it's always hard to find motivation for things, especially if you're busy having to pick your brother up and do everything else on top of that. It would be hard. It's one of those things, you have to kind of get your creative juices flowing. Do I want to see the pic?
Don't.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a bit the same. I don't think I could be could sit there and draw a naked person.
Hey.
Maybe a photo like that I could probably do, but I don't know if I could do those in real life ones where people sit there and pose for you. It'd just be so awkward. What's going on, Gus Naruto? How are you, man? Did you... I don't know how that works. I don't have a PayPal organized, I don't think, do I?
Pull out.
Thanks, man. If that's legit, I don't know how... Yo, someone just donated me $1,000, but I don't know if it's, like, real or not. Thanks, Gus, man. I don't know if that's legit or not, but if it is real, man, cheers. I know a lot of the old photos and stuff, there was so many naked women. Like, if you look at, like, Renaissance style photos, most of the chicks are usually pretty bare naked.
I win. Ow.
Thanks, man. I don't even know how to claim it through PayPal. I think I may have set it up. I'm not too familiar with this stuff. But thanks, man.
Gold eliminations.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Gold objective time. Gold healing. Gold objective kills. What is going on?
If I get a chance, dude, I'll try and organize it and have a look into it. And if it's legit and shit, man, I'll mod you. Always good to have someone that's contributed to the stream to come and hang out. Oh, so close. I used to love looking at old Renaissance photos. They, a lot of the earlier stuff of like Da Vinci and all of those types of things, their artwork was always just amazing. It's like a picture recreated in art. Just looks amazing. Cheers, dude. That's amazing. I really appreciate it. That's crazy. After this one, I'll try and sync it, see what I can do. What was it a picture of Emily that you were drawing? Have you, little kitty, do you go to many museums or anything? Oh, do you go to many museums or anything like that? Are you into any of that type of stuff? I used to love going to the museum when I was younger. They have a really good one in Melbourne.
Oh. Crazy. How many kills do you have at the moment?
I'm not too sure.
I wonder if there's a way you can like reprogram the sounds in this game for certain things, so you can like record yourself going whoop, and then like set it to every time you boot people with your gun. I think that'd be kind of funny.
That'd be awesome.
Or like every time you get a headshot. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Wow, that is a bit of a trek to try and go see a museum. That would be pretty satisfying. But yeah, 30 minutes is a pretty far drive. We're kind of lucky. Oh, I guess 30 minutes is about the same time it gets for me to drive to the museum. Always love the art museum.
I don't like Doomfist.
But some of the natural history museums and stuff like that can be pretty amazing too. Gus, man, cheers heaps for the money. You really don't have to. I really don't do this for the money. I really appreciate it. Like, all the money that I get is going straight back into the stream, which is probably going to be a streaming PC. Will be the next thing that I... Well, sorry, first I'll get a new monitor and then I'll get a streaming PC. So hopefully, if this money is legit, that's what it'll be going to. But if not, that's what I'm saving up for. And Brazil, that's a good thing about streaming at this time of the night. You get a lot of different people from all over the world. What time is it in Brazil now? Is it morning or night? It's like 10... No, it's 11... Oh, it's in the top right hand corner of my screen. So it's like 11:30 PM here.
And
Alright, Gus, well I kind of know that it's a little bit fake when you do stuff like that. Oh yeah, cool, man. So it's exactly like 12 hours. Nearly.
that Doomfist on that team is really good.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you go to the city much, little kitty? I always find that there's always the best stuff in the city. When it's 30 minutes away, it would definitely make life a lot harder to get there. No, please.
Oh.
I know, very sketchy PayPal
Still got gold
donations.
eliminations. I've got 4 golds.
I know, Emily, if I, how much is that? Is it $1 billion? If I claim that $1 billion, I'll definitely buy you a PC. How about that? I promise. Yeah, like Adelaide, where I'm from, is like a city, but yeah, it's pretty much just like a big town
Burn
itself.
outside, far out.
Wow. I have no idea what that is, Gus. Sorry, dude. Like a template for you to just write things in.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, they fucking booped me and
Wow.
I couldn't like get my ult off.
It's crazy. But yeah, it sucks living in small towns. That's kind of one of the reasons why I moved to Melbourne. It's a lot bigger town.
Sucks.
It's just you can actually do things. Oh, okay, that's pretty funny. Like I said, man, I'm pretty new to this stuff, so I have no idea.
Ah, finished up with 4 golds.
Yeah, sorry, Emily, I'm not getting $1 billion, unfortunately.
What was your eliminations at?
8?
I had 13.
Nice. What? That Doomfist start is sick.
I still want an Anna player of the game.
Yeah, Anna one looks pretty cool.
The one with like the sleep, like night night. Look at that, 4 gold medals.
Nice. Yeah, I could see how people would go around doing it. For a second there, I did believe it. Do you think you'll stay in the city, like in the town that you're living in for long, little kitty, or are you wanting to move to a different city or town? I think it's always good to get out where you're from. Go and see different parts of America or different parts of the world. See different perspectives, meet new people. I'll keep that in mind next time, Gus. Should probably stop playing McCree, especially since I'm so tired. My aim is just so off, but it's always good to practice. And plus, like I said, I enjoy talking to you guys. Yeah, it's always nice being able to live with someone else. Like, it's me and my housemate at the moment. He's pretty much my best friend, and it's always nice just being able to have that space just with you guys, just being able to do your own thing. Especially if you live with a friend, everything you do becomes just really entertaining. Go down to the shops, enjoy yourself, make food, you enjoy yourself, just chilling, just watching movies, you're always enjoying yourselves. Alright guys, you have a good one, dude. Hopefully see you around some other time. At least you got goals, that's always the thing. Yo.
I know you walked away, it's fine.
But yeah, it's always good to have goals. One of my main goals is just trying to build my my stream at the moment. That's kind of what I'm putting all of my time and effort into. So I'll be streaming pretty much every day. I'm just trying to get my streaming times a little bit more organized. Oh my god, game, please.
Lol.
So bad.
That fucking Boyan would have been one.
But hopefully if you put your mind to it and you're able to find a job pretty soon, you'll be able to work at it. And it won't be too long before you and your best friend will be able to live together. I think a lot of the time too is when you start moving, when you move in with a friend, a lot of your money that you were using to go see them or go out and do things, you save a lot of money just chilling at home. Because when you're at home, chilling with the best friend, you always enjoy yourself.
Come here.
Oh, I'm just gonna shoot him in the face.
Yeah, too late.
Too late.
Be good for you. Oh, there's a pharmacy now. So. Where are you? Come here.
Jeez, Joe.
Ready? Okay. Do something with it.
Come here, Mercy. Come on.
You do anything productive?
Killed a person. I'm still alive, please. Oof, that was close. No. No. Does your best friend stay in a house or in an apartment, or? I've always loved that about big cities and stuff in America is the apartments.
Can't see you with her.
Like, I'm not really a big fan of, whoa, that was stupid, of having like a big area to live in.
Come here.
Whoops. Having a big area to live in. I know. Slippery. Slippery snake.
I can't, bloody people. That's the worst thing about Anna. People walk in front of me all the time. You, it was
makes
you.
It hard.
Yeah, it was you. Jumping in front of me while I try and hit the Genji.
Heals, all the heals for me.
Yeah, you always need them because you're always dying. Oh, I don't like that one.
Yeah, oh.
Thank you.
A 2-bedroom trailer, that'd be nice, that'd be perfect. Especially for you and your mate. Other thing with a big house as well is you've got to clean the house.
What a game.
15-0. Thought I'd concentrate a little bit more this one.
Ah! Widow, stop running away from me.
Yeah, 2-bedroom trailer would be perfect. Especially if you don't mind sharing your space with your friend. It's probably one of the really good things about Australia is, even though to buy a house, it's very expensive. Well, that was dumb. To buy a house, it's very expensive. There are a lot of houses to rent in Australia for pretty affordable prices.
Go away. Watch us lose this one.
You're a bit like me, Kitty. I don't really have much myself. Like, before I moved into this house, I had my bed, my desk, my computer, and my TV. And I was like, the house that I was living with just me and my brother.
Go away.
And
go away, Genji. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go
I was
away.
using his couch for most of the time in my bedroom. So when I moved in, I bought a bunch of stuff. So I like to keep it light. It makes life a lot easier when you move. I'm gonna probably when I get more of a chance, do a bit of a a tour of my house, do like a VOD or do a stream or something, and show everyone around. I probably should have waited a few more seconds to get the Quadra.
Ugh, away. The mace
Knew that was gonna
behind.
happen. I think it's always better to have less. I'm more of a minimalist when it comes to stuff like that.
Help me, help me, help me.
Like even with the little bit more space that I have now in my room, I try not to fill it with too much crap. Like just like stuff for the sake of having stuff. Sorry. Do you play your 360 much, or mostly just on your comp? I was going to say, if you don't play your 360 too much, it may always help with rent. I don't know how much you'd really get for a 360 these days, though, unfortunately.
It's not good. Ugh.
That was not very nice. That was pretty hilarious. Yeah, I think as soon as I bought my computer, I haven't even touched my PlayStation. Like, I still have it, but I don't think I've even turned it on to play a game since I bought it. Do you have many games with 360? Do you play much Overwatch on that at all, or?
What the fuck? Ow.
I swear the competitive
You're
on
gonna die.
Xbox
You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You should have
I
let
know,
it go.
right? Never! Never!
Not let it go, but like, shoot it.
Never surrender. Does your brother have a comp as well? Or is it just you? 'Cause I was going to say, if your brother has Overwatch as well, and if he's not too much of a headache, if you want to,
Can't believe we're gonna lose this.
if you want to get up higher, if you want to get up higher, you can always try and convince him to be a healer. Like, it may take a while for you to kind of teach him what to do, but... Lol.
Rip. Rip, 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 rip.
I used to love playing Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, boy. That's what happens when I concentrate. Oh, it's not even the one that I thought it was. Lame. Yep. Yeah, Fallout New Vegas, I think I played at least 6 times. Yeah, I played Fallout New Vegas at least 6 times, and I played probably 500 plus hours.
Stuff about yourself.
Yeah, boy. Always.
Kept your life the whole game.
I know, I should have probably sluck it on you. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption's another amazing game. But yeah, no, GTA 4, oh, is it 5 that I played? I think it's 5 that I played. I've never heard of Lollipop Chainsaw. It sounds pretty intense. Yeah, I used to play a lot of Diablo 3 as well. That was a pretty fun game. I should really look it up. What is it about? It sounds pretty intense. Actually, I think I might have seen that. I think I have seen that. I don't think I've seen any gameplay, but I've seen the front cover. Like, it really... The cheerleader with the zombies around her really... definitely rings a bell.
I win. I have more hours than that mess of game.
That sounds cool. I love all that gruesome, intense stuff. And using his decapitated head for special attacks is pretty cool. I think a lot of the times with those types of games, it's just a lot different to other games, so it just makes it so much more interesting to play. Like, that's kind of why I like Red Dead Redemption and stuff like that. They're all like really different to kind of a lot of other games. And then every other game pretty much copied them after that. I'll definitely have to have a look into it. It does sound pretty cool. Chainsaws and zombies is always a fun combination. That's a problem these days. You don't find a lot of like stupid games that are just fun. A lot of games these days always try to take it a little bit too serious, I think. That sounds really cool. Sounds really imaginative as well, which is always the best thing. Like I said, I always like playing games that are different. Ouchie. Oh yeah, I know what one you're talking about. It's like on Grease or something like that. I think I know what song you're talking about. I can just imagine hearing that song and seeing a bunch of zombies explode into pieces as you chainsaw them. Does sound pretty cool. Die, no, no, no. Stop. Stupid. It's always good to be spoilt for choice. Even though sometimes it's always hard to choose when you have too much to choose from. Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of the Warframe or whatever it is. My brother used to play a lot of it. It looks really cool.
Rip.
Yeah, no, it was GTA 5 that I played a lot of. I thought it was GTA 4, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 5. But yeah, Warframe is really cool. But I'm pretty much, as soon as I bought Overwatch on PlayStation, that's pretty much all I played, was just Overwatch.
Wow.
It's mostly the only game that I play now, to be honest. I do play a little bit of other stuff like Fortnite and PUBG and all that type of stuff as well, but not as much as Overwatch. Oops, this is not getting me to where I need to go. Let's see if this works. Whoops, reading chat, that's my bad. Yeah, I remember watching my brother. He was like trying to make a sword or something like that, and he was saying that it took him like a week to get the components he needed just to be able to make this one sword. Which I think it's good to have a grind. Like, it's always cool because then you know that when someone has that really cool item, it's taking them ages to get it. But you've got to have a bit of a limit. Like, a week is pretty crazy. And especially crafting. I think when it comes to crafting, you want it to be reasonably quick. Otherwise, you just lose interest very fast.
That's what our Mercy needs to do.
I'm so dead. But yeah, I like the graphics of Warframe as well. They're really cool, I think. Whoopsies. And just how quick the game seems. Like, you're always jumping, dashing, shooting someone, killing someone, doing something intense. What's going on, Virillion? If that's how you pronounce it. Welcome to the stream. I don't know how long you've been in here. Sorry, I haven't checked the viewer list in a while. And hope you're still enjoying yourself, Mewing Dragon. Been a little bit quiet. Yeah. Like, I think when it comes to long times like that, it just... I can see how it wouldn't be very worth it.
What? The hell happened there? Ow.
Yeah, I personally haven't played it. Like, I definitely want to...
Double shooting bolts.
I definitely want to have a bit of a look into it myself one time when I get a chance.
Yeah, has there been any reses this game?
No, I haven't seen any.
No, I didn't think so either. What the hell is that Mercy doing?
Trust me, most of the time whenever I watch streams, I'm usually lurking.
Oh,
it's always nice just to hang out.
Our reds. Emily, do something. Why is she dead all the time?
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Warframe's one of those games where once you've gone so far in it, it'd be so hard to restart and start all over again. Yeah, I think Warframe is one of those games as well where it would be so much better on controller, like being able to like do everything, like do all the buttons really quickly, dash all over the place really quickly. It'd make it a lot better being able to be able to do that on controller. So I could see how you would get a lot more done on Xbox than you would on computer. Plus, like I said, once you start on one thing and you've gone so far, you're not really too keen to start all over again. there's only a few games where I've pretty much finished the game and then restarted it and then just played it again, which was Fallout New Vegas was one of them, Destiny, a few other Fallouts that I've played a few times. The game has to be pretty good to be able to replay it, I think. Which there's very few games like that these days. Wow, that would be so cool. Yeah, I think I've seen my brother like I said, when I've seen him play, he was just like dashing, like, it's like super dashing, I don't know what you call it, but he was just like dashing really quickly all over the place, like flying, doing all this other little bits and pieces. Well, I don't know if it's flying or gliding or whatever you call it, but yeah, it was definitely looked very fast paced, looked very fun. Looked really intense as well, like every time I come in to watch him, there's all these big monsters that he was fighting, or always like slashing up a bunch of people. It looked really cool. I've probably only got another half hour, 40 minutes left in me, guys. It's getting a little bit close to 12. After 12, I'll probably end up bailing. Hopefully, if you guys are having fun, definitely come back tomorrow around the same time, and I'll be around for another 3-4 hours. Really need to get myself something to eat. Did you ever play Destiny, little kitty? I always thought like Warframe and Destiny look very similar to each other. Like Warframe did look a lot quicker, but I don't know, they look very similar in like RPG playability. Like you start from scratch and you work your way up. I think Destiny was one of the other ones that I played a lot of. Yeah, Destiny was probably one of my favorite games. Not of all time, but definitely in the past couple of years. It's probably one of my favorites. The only problem was I played it so frequently and for so long that it did get a little bit old after a while. Like a lot of the things that you did were very similar. So like the raids were very similar, the missions were very similar. So it was kind of, you lost it very quickly. So you lost it very quickly. So yeah, so like I played it for probably about 6 months in total, and then after that I got a little bit bored of it, but I'm super keen for Destiny 2. Yeah, I think the good thing about Destiny was like it was a shooter, but they made it so... they had such an RPG feel to it that it just made the game so accessible to many people. Like, so like, even if you didn't like the shooter, you would like it, which I thought was really cool. I really hope they have that same type of feel for Destiny 2. Because I think the more people you have that play, the better it's going to be for everybody. Yeah, the Nova Bomb Super was probably one of my favorite things as well. There was nothing more like being able to run up and pretty much Dragon Ball Z someone in the face. And you're pretty much guaranteed to get a kill if you did it in the right area. I really badly want that McCree skin, it's so cool. I think Warlock was one of my most played characters that I had. I think Hunter was probably my favorite. Like, I love the Warlock Supernova, but I love the ability to go invisible. I just think that just makes the game so much more intense. And a bit. Yeah, it does. And the good thing about it too was you didn't have to be too close. Like the problem with being a hunter was that you would use your blades or you would use your different abilities and you'd have to be very close to the person or very close to whoever you were fighting for them to work. Whereas with a supernova, you could pretty much blast it from so far back and still get like a good amount of damage done, if not kill the person. Oof, that was close. And plus it just looks awesome as well. I'm not too sure if you like Dragon Ball Z or anything like that, but I just thought it was such a an amazing Dragon Ball Z homage. How it looked literally just like a Kamehameha wave. It was just awesome. I wish I saved it for that, to be honest. Oh. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is one of those. Yeah, you kind of love it or you hate it. Like, I can see how people wouldn't like it. I remember watching it as a kid, and I swear you would watch 10 episodes, and 8 out of the 10 episodes would be filler episodes. It would literally just be the two of them looking at each other or powering up for like 5 episodes. So I could see how people wouldn't like it. Do you like anime at all? Like, are you into that type of stuff? Oh wow, if I knew it was a Mercy, I would have turned around and fought her. I used to love watching animes. I don't watch them as much as I used to, but I definitely enjoy the way that they tell stories. I think it's really good. It's very different. Yeah, it makes it hard without internet. It's pretty much the fundamental thing you need if you want to watch any animes. Because there's just no way that you can get any anime on DVD or anything like that. Well, the stuff that you can get is pretty lame most of the time as well. I think some of the best ones that I've seen were all English dubbed stuff. Where it was just really intense storyline or really deep storyline. I just love that type of stuff. Especially when it comes to animes. I think having a rich story and stuff like that really just makes an anime. Yeah, of course I watch anime. Well, no, I don't watch anime. Nah, I do. I'm a bit of a weeb like that. I don't watch as much as I used to. I've been pretty horrible at watching shitty TV shows recently.
Did you just call yourself a weeb?
Yeah. Slightly. Yeah, it's it's one of those things. It's always hard to find good dubs because yeah, it does sound a little bit weird sometimes. But yeah, the some of the sub ones that you get are pretty amazing as well. Oh. I used to watch a lot of stuff on Crunchyroll. I'm not too sure if you've heard of that. It's like a really, really good website for animes in general. And I'm dead. Really good place for animes in general. I don't know what probably my favorite anime is. I don't know, probably Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, like Emily and Little Kitty. I don't know if you guys have seen Tokyo Ghoul. That's probably one of my favorite animes. That, One Piece is probably one of my other favorites. Sword Art Online was probably another good one too that I really enjoyed. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul is amazing. I just like the whole premise and just everything behind it. I just reckon it's so good. Really? Nah, I love Sword Art Online. Probably not as much as I like Tokyo Ghoul, but Sword Art Online was one of my first... Not first anime, like real animes, but more like kind of... like, I don't know if you'd say girly animes, like really emotional type animes. I thought it was good. And plus I like the idea behind it is really cool too. Yeah, my brother loves Full Metal Alchemist. Like I've seen, like I do really like it myself, but he's in love with it. And that again has an amazing premise too. No way, Sword Art's good. Number 1 or number 2, like Sword Art Season 2. I think Season 2 is better than Season 1, but both of them are pretty good. Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist does have an amazing story. And I just like the dynamic that they have between the brothers and stuff as well. I thought that was really cool. And they always had really, really emotional, intense storylines as well. Yeah, again, I think I watch a lot of animes, but my brother watches heaps more than me. Like, he still watches them, even to this day. He's always watching animes. And yeah, he says Fairy Tail is really good. The same as a mate of mine that was in the stream a little earlier, if he's still here. He watches a lot of animes as well. And both of them said Fairy Tail is really good. Yeah, I've watched bits and pieces of Cowboy Bebop. Not as much as I'd like to. I don't think I've seen Age of Beats, actually. No, Tokyo Ghoul was a pretty big tearjerker for me, I thought. I just like the whole premise of, like, he's trying to do the right thing, even though he's a bad person. Like, he doesn't want to be a bad person, but he's just turned into a bad person. I thought that was cool.